Can I give my dog Benadryl to treat her anxiety? That's today's question. Okay, so Benadryl contains the antihistamine diphenhydramine, and generally speaking, Benadryl is safe, but there are conditions where it might be dangerous to give this medication to your dog, and that includes dogs with glaucoma, with some urinary problems, some causes of vomiting, heart disease and high blood pressure, and also hypothyroidism, which is very uncommon in dogs, but if it's present, then nonetheless, we need to be careful with Benadryl. And another thing to mention are that there are different types of Benadryl. So some just contain diphenhydramine, but others will contain different ingredients. And similarly, other anti-allergy diphenhydramine products will contain other ingredients, which you might need to be careful with. Certainly if that includes a different anti-inflammatory or such, there may be very good reasons why it wouldn't be appropriate for your dog. Whenever we're giving anything to our dogs or our cats, you really need to be talking to your vet, because they will be able to give you specific advice for your pet. Any information that you read online or I'm giving in these podcasts is going to be just general advice for the majority of the population, but it's never going to be individual advice for a specific patient. For the first reason, I'm not allowed to do that. It would be unethical. There's a high probability of giving wrong advice, or it may be that your dog is, the exception to the rule and something which most others would be fine with, your dog would really have problems with. So definitely speak to your vet. But, those conditions where Benadryl isn't safe are reasonably uncommon. So if we think of Benadryl or diphenhydramine as a whole, that can be given, and it's often given more to treat allergic disease. And that's, like I say, the most common reason probably that this is given to dogs, although the individual response does vary. And when it comes to antihistamines, it seems that dogs do have a very individual response. They will respond to one and not another, and that you may need to cycle through several different types of antihistamine before finding one that works for your dog. Now, one of the potential side effects of Benadryl is sedation, and it's primarily this sedative effect which people rely on when it comes to treating anxiety, although the drug does have some kind of anti-anxiety effect as well that's separate from the sedation. So the other thing to think about is if we're using it on a regular basis, then actually the sedative effect generally wears off. And also some dogs may be unaffected anyway, like I just discussed. So, while it can be used for some cases of anxiety, it might not be beneficial if you're using it regularly, or if your dog is one of these that doesn't respond. So while Benadryl can be used to treat anxiety, it's probably best suited really to mild anxiety, and really only used with kind of in conjunction with other management techniques. And for example, I've discussed those in my article over on ourpetshealth.com, all about helping a dog cope with fireworks, or the Our Pets Health podcast, episode number 107 goes through that as well. So if you've not subscribed to the Our Pets Health podcast, then make sure you're subscribed to that one as well, and check out that article. So whenever we're treating anxiety or behavioural problems, there's a whole wealth of things that we can do, and if we can do a lot of different things, then it's going to have a much better effect than just trying to find that one kind of magic bullet, that one magic treatment, because very often there's no such thing. We need to do a lot of other things. So like I say, it may be that we need to do other things, and there may be some other products that are more suitable for your dog, depending on the nature of their anxiety or any other medical issues that they're suffering with. And that might be something like an Adaptil collar or plug-in diffuser, and that's pheromone treatment. It could be a dietary supplement like Carmex or Zalkene, or it could be another pharmaceutical product. So that goes back to discussing with your vet what's the best thing for your dog or your cat if they're suffering from anxiety or stress, and what's the most effective management strategy. So we don't want to think about treating a condition with, especially one like anxiety or phobias or fears, with a drug. That's not a management plan. That's one part of a strategy, but we need to do lots of other things, and definitely chat with your vet or a behaviourist as well when it comes to developing other strategies to help, although your vet will be the number one port of call for pharmaceutical intervention.